man like Klitschko will be busting me up in that ring.
To be a great fighter, you have to do great things.
This is a fight that can change from champion to legend overnight.
The ultimate goal, yeah, is to walk out that night of the fight and know you put in 100%. You put in 100% every minute of the day, or every other minute of the day, because no one's perfect. Every other minute of the day, you try to give your all to your craft.
Good.
Anthony Joshua steps into the final day of his training camp, the last checkpoint before walking into the ring against Jake Paul. The heavy lifting is behind him. No punishing sparring. No limit testing sessions. This stage is about precision, focus, control. Joshua moves with measured calm, shadowboxing at half speed, listening intently to his trainers, conserving every ounce of energy. The noise has faded. This is no longer about headlines or hype. It's about discipline, experience, and the reality that weeks of work will be decided in a single night.
There is no hard part about being a professional boxer. It's a blessing. And if I wasn't a professional boxer, it'd be a blessing as well. But as I said, wealth comes in character. It's not about status. There's no big difference to what I do that determines who I am. It's just boxing is a blessing because I do it for passion, not for occupation.
Do you know what it is on that ring walk? There's no turning back. If I was that nervous, I think I would dodge a fight. I wouldn't bother training, and like for 3 months it'll be on my mind and stuff. If I was that nervous, I probably just wouldn't do it. So yeah, on the walkout, it's like it is what it is now.
By mid-morning, the routine unfolds with quiet purpose. A light jog circles the gym floor. Resistance bands stretch and release. Joints are warmed, not stressed. There's no frantic energy here, no restless tension, only the steady presence of a man who knows exactly what tomorrow demands. Every breath is intentional. Every step deliberate. At this point, it's not about exertion anymore. It's about mindset, legacy, and the story waiting to be written under the Miami lights.
It's stronger, and I feel by the time the fight comes, I'll be at peak performance.
So being out here in the States, I can really see a change in Josh. Like, his mindset is one thing that, you know, being out here, it's like so tunnel vision. It's like every single day is geared towards something in camp. So everyone back home will be like, oh, so what did you do on Thursday? You had the day off? And it's like, it's a day off, but it's a day off to get ready for the day on.
Damn. Fucking hell. Fuck. So there we have it. Back on my feet. I got through the pain of the blister.
In the boxing world, Anthony Joshua's resume speaks loudly. Olympic gold medalist. Heavyweight champion. Standing 6'6" with 28 professional wins, 25 by knockout, and years of elite-level opposition. He's tasted the summit and the fall. A career-altering loss to Daniel Dubois in 2024 forced reflection, followed by nearly a year away from the ring to reset his body, his priorities, and his mindset.
Really started adapting to the positions and stuff. And for a big man like this, man, like this is great.
But his background, your background is gymnastics?
Gymnastics, yeah. I've been coaching for 45 years. People just like, especially like boxing, well, they need to be a little tight for aggressiveness and come back and all. But you know, but flexibility give you a longevity. You know, like, you know, more flexible, more mobile, more range of motion you have, your career can be much longer. And one, it's a prevention for injury.
Across from him will stand Jake Paul, a fighter whose journey to this moment has been anything but traditional. From vlogs and viral rivalries to a boxing career debated at every turn, Paul arrives with a 12-1 record in 7 stoppages. Some wins raised eyebrows. Others raised questions. But this time is different. This isn't an MMA crossover or a grudge match. This is heavyweight boxing. 8 rounds. Queensberry rules. 10-ounce gloves. And a global audience streaming live on Netflix.
Jacob be tenfold. I'm confident in myself. That's what I'm saying. It's not about how he is. I just really I've got a good team. I've been through ups and downs. I've stood the test of time. I'm passionate, I'm hungry, and I'm still here ready to fight my heart out. So.
What a jolly lad he is, you know? Just a bubbly guy. Bubbly guy. Gotta love him, bro. Gotta love him, but he's gonna fucking die. Look at this, bro. I'm always training. 150 pounds, dog. Easy work. 40,000 reps a day. Look at the forearm size. It's at least a couple inches tall.
Do you have an iced coffee brought to you by anybody?
Nope.
Did you practice? Did you learn how to breathe again today?
It was pretty normal morning.
Yeah.
Not many people get these opportunities and to live this life, and I feel guided by God through this camp and through this process and making this decision to fight a very, very difficult challenge. God has removed, you know, the fear that would like normally be there. So I feel good, and I'm excited for fight week. This fight for me is way more exciting than Gervonta, and I think because it's more exciting for the fans and because of the fact that it's a harder challenge for me. People had a lot of excuses against Gervonta and, oh, it's a smaller guy, blah, 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 the weight difference, and now I flip-flop the roles. Everyone thinks I'm gonna die, and they don't know what I'm capable of. And so being the underdog and being able to go in there and showcase what I'm gonna do to Anthony is more exciting for me. And
Paul has leaned into a familiar message, that he thrives on being underestimated. Rising outside the traditional boxing system, he's repeatedly claimed he seeks the biggest challenges available even when critics dismiss his chances. Throughout the build-up, Paul has stood by his belief that many never thought a matchup with one of boxing's most accomplished heavyweights would actually happen. Yet here they are.
Olympic gold medalist over here, 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. But I've been an underdog my whole life, man. I've had to fight for everything that I've gotten, earned my position all the time, and I've honestly had some of my best performances coming in as an underdog, and I don't really look at the betting lines and all, who's this favorite, who's that, because to me none of that matters. I know what I'm capable of and the work that I've put in.
Anthony, I'm assuming you never had to make weight.
Never had to
make weight.
Never.
So I seen when they said that you came in, you're training hard. I actually seen you said that you're faster, you're stronger, and why didn't you do this way before? Do you feel better coming in at 245 than ever?
I do. I feel great. I'm blessed. I feel happy that this task was put upon me, because I wouldn't have pushed myself to get to a certain weight. I would have just been doing what I do usually. And I feel really good. So I think it was a blessing in disguise.
Think you lined them up? Think that was very smart of y'all to get him down to 245?
Yeah, no, I don't agree with the decision or on his behalf, you know, like he's taken away his best thing against me, which is his power. And we've seen him when he's a little bit lighter and there's just not as much thump on the punches, and I think that's probably the best thing he could have had is that extra oomph in those punches. But it's his game plan, whatever he wants. But to me, the weight doesn't matter. The weight's not going to make a difference. It's going to be the skills that win this fight, and I believe my skills are better than his, which is a crazy thing to say, but he's a very basic fighter, and he's gotten to where he's at because of the size and because of the power. So the skills are what's going to win this fight, and you've seen that with Usyk when he fought him.
For Anthony Joshua, this fight has become more than just another date on the calendar. It's turned into a blessing in disguise. When Paul's camp pushed for a weight limit, Joshua accepted without hesitation, trimming down to 243.8 pounds. He's explained that the cut has left him feeling faster, sharper, and stronger, a transformation he may never have pursued without this fight. What could have been an inconvenience instead became a source of renewed confidence.
You had to make weight.
Never.
So I seen when they said that you came in, you're training hard. I actually seen you said that you're faster, you're stronger, and why didn't you do this way before? Do you feel better coming in at 245 than ever?
I do. I feel great. I'm blessed. I feel happy that this task was put upon me because I wouldn't have pushed myself to get to a certain weight. I would have just been doing what I do usually. And I feel really good. So I think it was a blessing in disguise.
Think you lined them up? Think that was very smart of y'all? Get him down to 245?
Yeah, no, I don't agree with the decision or on his behalf, you know, like he's taken away his best thing against me, which is his power. And we've seen him when he's a little bit lighter and there's just not as much thump on the punches, and I think that's probably the best thing he could have had is that extra oomph in those punches. But it's his game plan, whatever he wants. But to me, the weight doesn't matter. The weight's not going to make a difference. It's going to be the skills that win this fight, and I believe my skills are better than his, which is a crazy thing to say, but he's a very basic fighter, and he's...
To meet this unusual challenge, Joshua didn't simply fall back on familiar routines. He made a bold shift, aligning himself with members of Alexander Usyk's coaching team, a group renowned for crafting one of the most elusive and technically refined heavyweights of this era. Training away from London brought fewer distractions and fresh perspective. Joshua embraced the change, leaning into the experience of a team that understands championship-level pressure.
Joshua. Why I think Joshua? I think it's answer only for God, because Anthony very have, you know, I think education, like a kind of guy. We speak with Anthony, message. Now we speak on the phone, yeah, not Instagram, but I have a number, Anthony have number. For example, we drive in a car. Hey Jim, hello, how are you, blah, 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 blah. We're joking, hey, good luck training, because I see this guy in the gym. My team, hey, Alex, hello, hey, brother. Good training. This guy, I like this guy because this is guy smart. I think this guy have very big heart. And
yes, people think...
Paul's camp understood the stakes just as clearly. This wasn't another headline grab, it was a chance at legitimacy. Paul spoke confidently about using speed, angles, and movement to disrupt one of boxing's most powerful punchers. Tactical ideas designed to spark debate. But the stakes weren't theoretical. This fight carries rare stipulations for a heavyweight bout. Joshua agreed to a 245-pound weigh-in limit, something he has never done before. The restriction, negotiated by Paul's team, aims to narrow the size gap. Joshua accepted without complaint, insisting he feels sharp and comfortable despite the adjustment.
Jake Paul, you've lost your mind if you think you can go toe-to-toe with Anthony Joshua. Listen, let's not get confused, guys. Let's not get confused. Yes, cool. Anthony took a big L with Daniel Dubois, but Daniel Dubois is not no joke, bro. It's not a joke. You know what I'm trying to say? He took an L there, but Jake Paul, I've got the utmost respect of what he's done, how he's managed to navigate through the boxing world. Like, bro, it's so mad. And I can see this is like a 90%. It's happening, it's positioning, it's marketing already. Like, why would you see Jake Paul go face to face with Alexander Usyk if it's not to position for a fight for Saudi? Obviously, Jake Paul's gonna fight Anthony Joshua. There's possibly gonna be a Usyk against Tyson Fury 3, because obviously the last two were so close. But you never know. It can also be a Usyk against Derek Chisora.
Critics have been vocal. Some purists compare the matchup to infamous mismatches of the past, questioning what it means for the sport's credibility. Others see it as pure business, a spectacle shaped by boxing's evolving relationship with pop culture. Joshua has remained unmoved by the noise. He's trained with full professionalism, preparing as seriously as he would for any elite opponent. He's made it clear, anyone who steps into the ring deserves respect. His focus is simple discipline, strategy, and exploiting weaknesses with precision.
That Turkey, which Jake Paul had against Mike Tyson on Netflix, record-breaking numbers here.
And another great night for women's boxing because of that, yeah.
Absolutely, another great night for women's boxing. And Turkey Al-Sheikh, who's looking to transform the sport in so many ways, bring new eyeballs to it, may see something there and go, Netflix, younger generation, that's what we're trying to capture here. Could we do something with them as well? So it's interesting times here that he's shown an interest now in Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. He's saying, yeah, I want to make it. Why not? Why not? It's a huge fight. And there's some sense in what he's saying now.
There's plenty of answers to why not, by the way.
Listen, yeah, there's a one-sided fight, but we live in a world of entertainment now, right? That's what's happening here, you know, like Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua. All right, let me rephrase this. And for you guys that are driving along at the moment, listening in your cars, or if you're working wherever you are and you've got us on the radio, let me ask you this question. Do you want to see Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua? I've known a load of you now are shouting at the radios, or if you're watching us on YouTube, shouting at the tellies, saying, no, of course, we don't want to see that. Well, answer me this. Will you watch it? I'll leave it there.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Listen, we're going to talk some more about this, but last week, Gareth A. Davis was ringside with the stars of boxing, and he grabbed a word with the problem child, Jake Paul. Here's what he had to say about that potential fight with AJ.
Come on, put some meat on the bones of you and Anthony Joshua. Is it happening or not?
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I want it to happen here. All the odds stacked against me. I believe that I will beat him and shock the world and create one of the biggest upsets in boxing history.
Tyson Fury was saying he put $1 million on you beating Anthony Joshua.
I seen that. He's backing me. He's a smart lad.
But how do you love the atmosphere here? Wembley's brilliant. We'd love to see you fight here, by the way.
And I love it. Like, the UK fans really love boxing even more than American fans, so I'm going around the pubs talking.
Amid the build-up to Judgment Day, Joshua offered fans a personal look inside his training gym, the space anchoring him through the final stretch. Walking past heavy bags, ring corners, and shadowboxing zones, he spoke candidly about what this fight represents. Not just another bout, but a moment to confront a cultural shift head-on. Trophies line the walls. Training plans fill the whiteboards. The gym, he says, keeps him grounded, focused, and mentally sharp as he approaches the biggest spectacle of his career.
Love, come through. This is where the hard work's going to go down for the next 3 weeks. So we come in, kind of bring this place to life. If you think about it, it's just like an empty warehouse. But that's what I love about boxing. You need a ring, some weights, and then it's up to the boxers to kind of bring the character in. So if I was here for longer, I would have brought some of the great fighters, pictures down here and so on. But we got Anthony Joshua 258 AJ BXNG training camp. That's a classic. That's on our classic t-shirts. You'll be seeing it on the website real soon. Lions Den. Drake turned the 02 into the 03. We call the 02 the Lions Den. Let me take you over here. To be honest, this geezer here, the guy who done the graffiti, he done it himself. I let him off with that one. Some nice artwork, permanent vacation. Here we have the little S&C room. No bench press or none of that. I'm not really into doing upper body weights. Squat rack, deadlift rack, big boy weights, trap bar, do you know what I mean? Straight gutter. Weight floor, so you can kind of drop the weights and have no issues. Spin bike. I do about 20 minutes on this bike as well after training, so that's good. Kind of get the legs going, flush out the system. The rower, pain. That is pain. Come through. So yeah, look.
For Joshua, this fight goes far beyond a paycheck. With a reported 9-figure purse, the money is undeniable. But legacy matters more. A win could silence doubts about his place in the modern heavyweight era. A loss, especially to a crossover star, could reshape the final chapter of a storied career.
But people are not willing to do what it takes to become a world champion. And even in this gym, it's like you put through the test, because I mean, it's one thing to say you want to hang out with champs and hang out with other fighters, another thing to be able to endure the workout and endure the work, so it's a big thing. He's been pushing himself. He's asking me, what can I do more? How can I be better? How can I build my fitness more? And that's really a sign of a great individual and a great champion, someone who really wants to be better. And he's working, he's doing it, and it's 100-degree heat.
There is a saying, I would say, there's a saying that a happy fighter makes a dangerous fighter, in the sense that you put them in the right environment and their brain is receptive of what they're being taught, they're going to be more in tune with what they're going through. So I'm actually like, give me more, give me more, give me more.
That's his mindset in everything he does, whether it's training.
With Anthony Joshua calling this fight a defining moment and Jake Paul insisting he's ready to shock the world, the question now turns to you. Does AJ dominate or does Paul pull off the upset? Drop your prediction in the comments.